All right, coming with me.
Okay. Last Metroid in captivity or something? Okay.
Well, more so like, bounty hunter.
Oh,
You're my bounty here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, it's LGO 69, 62.
You can tell we're
Super
tired.
Metroid. Yeah, you can tell it's past 3 a.m. It's the last recording we're doing for the night because we've done a lot. So we played some Super Metroid, pretty beat. We weren't as chatty as probably we'd normally be. But this game has, I think the word I used before was ambience. Like this
It's very
mood.
ambient.
Yeah.
It has a lot of mood setting.
Very
and
distinctive mood in every part of the game. You can tell that they wanted a certain mood in every part of the game.
Yeah.
It's not like a super long game. You can beat it in an hour if you're like speedy running. And yeah, I mean, but just the experience, like the battles, like there's a lot of surprises in this game and a lot of like it's definitely exploration. I think it's one thing to discover on your own versus like watching, a let's play. Like it's still cool, but I think it's one of those games that when you do it yourself,
it's a lot different, and it's also like playing it versus watching someone who's played it at least 20 times. It's very different because if somebody's experienced, they just know where everything is.
Yeah, so it kind of eliminates a lot of the exploration. It's one of those games that you have to like
memorize.
Yeah, like definitely you get wiser where everything is. And I mean, this is again one of the kind of like Chrono Trigger was for RPGs. This is one of the exploration games, and it really stands out on the SNES. And like, there's not really a lot of like this game has again a lot of imitators came after and set the precedent.
I mean, Metroid and Castlevania were basically the ones that kind of just made action platformers.
Like separate genre and like style, and like it's been imitated since. Like you can see, like I think
with
Planet
like
C
with Guacamelee 2, all like that was also very.
I mean,
Castlevania / Metroid-esque.
I mean, again, it's created a lot of imitators, and I think something Z is like a game that you can see so many games like Metroidvania, like there's even genres that have been created after like these other games.
Yeah.
Sort of like Mega Man has created the, very similar to Metroid 2.
Yeah. Although Mega Man also created its own kind of
Like
niche.
Again, you have to mix like different things to fight the bosses, and that's a little bit, I mean, different than Metroid in the sense that like Metroid is more about the exploration and I guess
most bosses are generally like okay, what's gonna defeat them, or
it's more dodging, and I mean it's more the strategy is different, I think.
I mean, most enemies, even the bosses, you can beat with your normal blaster. It's just, it's a lot easier to just use your missiles to power through everything.
Yeah, in Metroid for sure.
Yeah.
But what else? I think, so I think that this is one of the cases where the music really makes the game, and it's sort of a combination of the music plus the graphics, kind of like Chrono Trigger, again, using that as a reference point. I just don't know if a remake would really be the exact same.
Well, I mean, let's just put it this way, Metroid Prime.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is Super Metroid is kind of a remake of Metroid, and
it's more so just like the third game in the installment in the series, because it really does go off of the story, but there's like the Metroid Primes, which are like they were okay, but they weren't necessarily the best in the Metroid series.
Yeah, I mean, once you go to 3D, it's not necessarily the same experience, for sure, and I'm not sure if I really have much more to say about this game. I mean, it's really about the journey rather than destination.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's one of those games where...
And watching it's not the same.
No, definitely not.
If someone already knows all the secrets, as you said, like
It's crazy how fast they can go and just how easy they make everything look.
exactly, yeah. I'm not sure if there's really much more to say. I mean, this is one of the defining games of the SNES era, just like Chrono Trigger. So I think that's like the highest thing you can really compliment. Like, it's not like Stunt Race Effects where someone's forgotten about the game.
Yeah.
Like grew up with the game. Like, this is a game that
Oh yeah, this is a
definitely in
game
the top
that
100 on some people's lists.
has been, like, Metroid in general is just a game series that has so much fandom around it.
Mm-hmm. That even Samus Aran is in Smash Brothers, for example. I mean,
Yeah.
that just kind of shows like the legacy she has. And
Yeah, and she was part of the
library.
original 8.
Yeah, exactly. So it shows how important she is to like Nintendo's continued existence as a company.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much more. I mean, Metroids are such an iconic character in themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of like just suckers, but at the same time, like it's such a basic design. But
Yeah, and there's also like the Chozo, which is also a very big thing, and then there's Ridley, who doesn't belong in Smash.
yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if I have anything else to say really, because we covered the sound, graphics, controls are pretty tight. I mean,
Yeah.
Metroid. Samus Aran sort of has that like you have that strength, but at the same time you feel heavy when you control the character. And
Yep.
and I think what also needs to be covered before we end. I know it's really late, like almost 3:30 in the morning. I think the whole like aiming was distinctive versus because like you couldn't do that in the original game, and I think that needs to be pointed out.
Yeah.
So it added like an extra element of strategy.
Oh,
you know,
definitely, and it also
'cause
just
you
allows
can't
you to
shoot
clear
upwards
enemies
either.
better.
Yeah, and you can't shoot upwards in the original
Or
game.
downwards.
Yeah, so it added like an extra bit of strategy, like
Yeah.
dodging, which wasn't as possible with the NES.
Yeah.
Like, sort of like jump, shoot, and that's all you could pretty much do. Like you couldn't like dodge and like aim and shoot and
Yeah.
take out
And-
enemies that were attacking. And I
Yeah.
think there's more enemies too in this game versus the NES game, if I remember right. I
Well,
never
yeah,
beat the original,
because you
but
can. Because
yeah,
you have
stronger.
better shooting.
yeah, exactly.
So,
Technology too.
yeah.
So I don't have really anything else to say. I mean, it's one of the classics. If you haven't tried it, it's definitely one of the games that you should try just to see, you know, a game, one of the best games from the SNES era and all time. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it definitely stands the test of time. Like it
Yeah, it
isn't a game
even
that
though it's pixelated, the graphics have not aged as
poorly as
yeah, it's actually
say
aged really well.
Stunt Racer Effects.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, that's a case of a classic game. Like you could play it today, and yeah, it's pixelated, but I mean, it's
still a great
aged
game.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
For like, the fact it's like over 20 years old.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I've got nothing else. I think that's pretty much
Nope.
all you can say about this game. You know, amazing palette like Chrono Trigger, and the sounds is amazing that they.
Oh yeah, and the death
each world
animation is
yeah, and
pretty
each
cool.
world it's a surprise if you're not expecting a female protagonist.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, each world has its own unique mood and like music and you know, art style, kind of like Chrono Trigger. So.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
All right.
Keep on gaming, guys.
Yeah, I'm not being your captive. I need to go home and sleep. All right, keep on going. Take care.